Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for those who are watching now. Thanks for those who will watch later. My name is Shaquita Nicole Holloway. I am a registered nurse. I'm a mother and I'm also a health and wellness coach. And I am here to help push you into creating better, healthy lifestyles for you. I'm big on healing for your mind, your body, and your soul. So let's get into it. Many of you may or may not know why I am an advocate for health and wellness and why it's so important to me. What started this whole thing was back in um, 2012. My life changed, I will say, for better and for worse at the same time. The better comes later. So, back in November of 2012, my mom had a heart attack, 57 years old, um, young, and she had a heart attack. I had been a nurse, graduated the same year in June, and didn't know a whole lot about what to say and what to do. I had learned a lot, but she had a heart attack. Went to the hospital. It was a pretty bad one. They airlifted her airlifted her to have a cardiac cath done, where they go in and look at the heart, see if there are blockages, and fix them at that same time if they can. Could also lead to open heart surgery. However, they saw the blockage, they fixed it, they put in what you call a stent. They sent her home, new medications. She had to be on blood thinners because of the stent. She went to her follow-up appointments. She did cardiac rehab. She tried to make diet changes and lifestyle changes. So fast forward to February of 2013. You guys probably remember this part well. This is how I would never forget it, of course, anyway, because it was my mom. But February 2013, the third was Super Bowl night. That was when Beyonce did her whole, she performed for the Super Bowl that time. Mama had went to a Super Bowl gathering at one of our cousins' houses that night. During the day, we was fine. We sat at the table together. We ate. We didn't have no issues. Everything is good. She went to that Super Bowl gathering. She comes home. I was already asleep. Over in the morning, she got sick. She called me. We called 911 because she was having trouble breathing. Got her to the hospital, and they done all they could do. She didn't make it home. She passed away. So we didn't do an actual autopsy because we knew that she had been sick. She died with a diagnosis of cardiac arrest, which could have been, we're thinking, pulmonary embolism or blood clot or another heart attack. So that opened my eyes to a lot. First, with dealing with the grief and everything. So when that happened, I do want to tell you this first. She did have a lot of health issues. She had congestive heart failure, which she had been diagnosed with in her 30s. Mama was a smoker. She probably had been smoking since she was 18. She had high cholesterol. She had high blood pressure, diabetes type 2. She had all the what they call the pre-exposing risk factors for heart attack and stroke. And you know that's a lot. That's a lot for one person. She was taking medications for all of that. However, she wasn't, even though she had all those things, Mama was highly functional. She did everything she wanted to do. She drove, she cooked, whatever. So it was still for us, even though she had those predisposing issues, it was still like, oh my gosh, like Pug is only 57 years old. We all called her Pug. So Pug passed away. And when Pug passed away, I was just like, Lord. One of the things that came out of it that was great is that I had to go to God. I hadn't been serving him. I knew of him. I knew I was created by him, but I wasn't seeking him wholeheartedly. And so I was like, Lord, I need your help with this one. I used to always say when I was a little girl before I had my own child, if something happened to my mama, I don't think I can make it, Lord. Like, you got to take me too, because I can't live without my mama. She was not only my mama, she was my best friend. So that was a tough one. That was tough for me. So I went to God. I was like, Lord, please help me with this one, and I'm going to serve you for the rest of my life because I need you. Like, I can't do this by myself. So he showed up tremendously. First thing I had to do before even going to him was make up in my mind, do I want to even live? Because I had said, kill me too, because I can't do it. Like, kill me, somebody kill me, because I can't do this without my mama. So I decided to live. I decided to bring God, let the Lord help me because I needed him really bad. And then the third thing that I did was I I decided to take my health on in a whole nother way. I knew that health and wellness was going to become, or at that moment, a part of my life where I needed to figure out what do I need to do to live a long life? What do I need to do to not die in a premature death, to not die early? When all that happened, it was all kinds of thoughts going through my head, like, oh my gosh, so what does that mean for me? I got a daughter. Am I going to live to see my daughter grow up? All types of things. So that's when I got on the kick of losing some weight. I had started, paying more attention to my lab work and what does this mean, and going to my doctor's appointments and eating better, because of all that happened. And so I say that to say we have to take care of ourselves. And just because our families or our moms or dads did or put up with certain things or had certain sicknesses, we don't have to. We don't have to agree with it. We don't have to accept it. We definitely don't have to say, oh, yeah, mama got it, so it's okay for me to have it, or just to deal with it and think that it's something that you have to accept because you have your mom or dad or grandma that had it. We can decide to change it, because a lot of those health issues that mama had was because of habits that she chose earlier on in life. So it's important to get your labs, make the changes that you need to make, especially when you see that there's a family history of this stuff. When it's generational, like, we can do something about it. And the other thing is that, I've been able to deal with all of it and talk about it now. Um, so definitely in a better place with health and wellness. I would love to help you if you like my help. Um, and that's why I am so serious about health and wellness, not just for me, but for everybody. Um, so thank you guys for listening at me. If I could give you a scripture that goes with all of this is Romans. If you look at Romans 8:28, and we know all things work together for the good of them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. If you're called according to his purpose, all things will work for the good. Even me having to deal with the death of my mom, at her age of 57, all things are working for the good. So thanks, you guys, for listening. And I will see you soon. I did not go into all the details of everything, but we'll talk later. Bye.